Welcome over to ChessWhiz TV episode 377. I'm your host, The Wiz, and today we're going to play friendly matches of chess. Friendlies can mean a couple of different things. If you're in war, friendlies are people who aren't going to kill you, which is my favorite kind of person. But in some contexts, friendlies are like non-tournament games. Like, for example, Super Smash Bros. Melee, if you've ever played that game, great game because it's so hard to play well. It's very, very hard to play well. You should look it up online if you haven't. Type in Super Smash Bros. Melee, like World Championship or something, and watch them play. Amazing. And in that game, it's called a friendly if you're not playing in a tournament, if you're just playing your friends for fun, and it's not called a friendly if you're in a tournament match. So today we're just doing friendlies and levitating microphone. So let's do some friendlies right now. Let's go to the website thechess.org and see what happens. I don't have any challenges, so I need to throw a challenge into the chat. My favorite time control, of course, is 1+4 because it allows me to pay no attention to the clock until I have no time and then frantically make a couple of blunders and then it's over. So let's see how this goes. I've got a challenge for a 15-second game. Each side gets 15 seconds. My internet connection isn't the fastest, if you can tell from how blurry I am on the live stream right now. Let's play French defense. That's because my internet connection is poor, and so I'm a little concerned that while streaming, I would have a hard time playing a 15-second game, but I should try it because it's just a friendly after all, so that should be fun. Yeah, Smash Brothers Melee, what a game, what a game. If you are as old as I am, that game is amazing to you because it is so difficult to play well. I mean, your character, it's a fighting game where you control a character, right? And the difference between a great player and a really great player is so, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's move this knight up. Let me give you an example. You jump with your character, right? Now, if you press jump, you jump a certain height. But if you tap it really fast, you do what's called a short hop, which is a short jump, which is really useful because then you get on the ground sooner. And so you can do your next move quicker because you're on the ground. Let's see, why did I play that move? I don't know. So the thing is, a short hop is really hard to actually do. Like on the controller, you have to go super, super fast. And let go with a button really fast. If they actually designed this game for normal people, it would be like two buttons. Would you like to do a hop or a short hop, right? But in this game, you just have to press it really fast. It's very, very difficult to execute. I think this move's pretty good. I think that two attackers here, I'm going to mess up his pawns. Another example. Okay, so you do your fight. After you do your short hop, you're coming toward your opponent. I'm going to mess up his pawns here because that looks so fun. I do also have this pawn hanging, so take, and then I'll defend it. Perfect. He can't just take it now because I'm weirdly defending it backwards like this. Plus, I could just take his queen, so I guess there's two reasons. I could take this instead, but I do kind of like bishops. I kind of like my bishop. These are light squares, and okay, let's see what I'm doing here. I'm turning down the volume just a little bit for myself. These are light squares, and the bishop is a dark square. So they fit together really well. The bishop doesn't run into itself or anything stupid like that. So let's bring the knight out. This would be a super cool place for the knight, wouldn't it? Because no enemy pawns can attack it on either side. I want to get my knight right there. Plus, this bishop can't attack it either. So this is going to be great. Here I go. I could go this way, but I do kind of want to challenge the file first. So after doing your attack, like you're in the air and you attack, then you're coming down on the ground. Now, in this game, Super Smash Bros. Melee, if you land on the ground, then your character's like, boom, it's on the ground, right? And then you have to wait just a moment for him to do his recovery animation, and then you can make your next move. But if you press the button with your finger, I guess it's on either side, but everyone uses the left side, so it's L for left. And then if you press that just at the right time, it's called L canceling because you've canceled that landing animation. So I kind of do want to take this just because the knight would be so good right there. But let's keep these on the board because I'm not ahead by material. I'm just ahead in yucky pawnness. So that's not a huge advantage. Let's keep it a little bit complex so that I can capitalize on that small edge. So you press the L side with your finger, and that makes him land very quickly so you can make your next move. Well, all that does is make the game even faster, and the game is already fast. And it has to be timed just right, and that speeds up the game more, so you need to play even faster. So it's a very fast-paced game where you have to press your moves very quickly, and if you're good, even quicker than quickly because your character actually speeds up, which is useful because you want to be fast in games. So it's amazing. So let's see if I do this. So there's actually a move called the shuffle in that game, and it's just a bunch of acronyms, really. So I should be bringing my king out. But I just love the concept of getting my knight right here, which we talked about. So I'm going to make all those moves first. I think that's a mistake. Let's be honest. You should be using your king in an endgame like this. So now I'll use my king. That's my king right there. I'm using it. The shuffle is SHFL. And the SH stands for short hop, and then the F stands for the frontal attack, I think. What if I do this? Oh, his pawns will be so bad. Too bad you can't just win from having bad pawns on the opponents. You have to actually checkmate them, but I think this is almost checkmate to his pawns. Check. Look at that checkmate right there. Wow, that's a checkmate if I ever seen one. I think actually this is going to be checkmate, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I guess this is checkmate. Random checkmate? Oh, sorry, Angus. That was actually a super big surprise. I did not expect to actually checkmate him there. But he could have made room for himself and been fine. So there was that instead of the knight move. But I did have quite an advantage. That's a pretty bad pawn structure. I'll play you one more game, Angus, and then I'm going to take some more challenges from our other viewers here. I've got another one. I've got one from Noah Barker, which sounds like somebody's name, probably. Noah Barker? Yeah, I believe that. Definitely believe that. So one more game here with you, and then we're going to take the next challenger. So if you want to play me, I'm playing live games on leadchess.org right now. So if you're watching in the chat, you can just go to lichess.org and challenge me. It could be hard to do, but my username is right there, ChessWhiz. Very hard to spell because your fingers just want to type ChessWhiz, and I hate your fingers for doing that. Let's do an advanced French defense. This is a very advanced opening. F4 maybe, or just take? Nope, neither one. Yeah, F4. I kind of like this. What if take, and then queen here, check? Ooh. Ooh. Why did I not even know this opening? I need to capture this way. Because otherwise I'll be humiliated by this check, and then I block, and then this check, because I've moved the pawn, and then this. That's very humiliating. That's the Z of humiliation. It's very bad. So did I say SH is short hop, and then F is for a frontal aerial, because you're attacking forward, and then the L is for L cancel. And the whole thing happens really fast. You're like, and that does a short hop frontal aerial L cancel in Super Smash Brothers. And then your character is up there and you can do it again. So it's like, and you can do 4 short hop L, whatever I just said, in a row. Very, very fast paced game. And there's several moves like that where I'll play this, I think. I can go play that. Let's embarrass this pawn up here. It shouldn't have advanced at all. Now it's way too far forward. So let's just trade queens and take with knight. So what I have here is his bishop is very bad, and his pawn is blocking his very bad bishop. And also this pawn is isolated. There's no friendly pawns that can ever attack this pawn, or I mean defend, right? His pawns from here and here are gone, and so this is definitely an intriguing target for me. I'm completely intrigued, but look what I can do to his pawns now. I'm like the champion of evil pawns. I'm going to do it just because isolated pawn, isolated pawn, isolated pawn, isolated pawn. That's bad, by the way. Isolated does not mean, yes, I got away from humanity. Nobody can annoy me now, which I actually kind of like being isolated, but it's not good for pawns. Another game that's very hard to play well, if you're on that topic, I think I kind of want to play knight g5. Because, of course, you're threatening the fork. You're also threatening this pawn. He would play his king up. And can I get anything from that? Yeah, he needs to keep that defended. Let's try this. So his king would have to go here so that he doesn't block this. And that's... Ooh. Now he's got some trouble, I think. I mean, he's got to deal with this. He's got to deal with a fork at the same time. Oh, how's he going to do that? Games that are hard to play. StarCraft, the original StarCraft, and StarCraft Brood War from like 1998 or 99 or something like that. Super old game for all you old people like me. But if you think about that game, you'll realize, oh, I just love that game because it's so hard to play. In that game, it's a real-time strategy game. Think about like Warcraft 3, which is also super old, or think about StarCraft 2, or another game that people enjoy is Red Alert. Oh man, these are old games, but these are, I'll take that rug. Real-time strategy games. You got some units, you can select them and move them around. In StarCraft, you can only select 12 at a time, maximum. And of course, there's these tiny little units that you don't even want 12 of, like Zerglings are super cheap and you need 30 of them to do anything. So after, whoop, my clock, after you've created 30 of them, how do you move them around? You like draw a box and what happens after you draw a box? 12 of them are selected, a random 12, and then you move them, and then, you've got, let me do the math here, 18 left, and they're all sitting in a blob. not moved because you couldn't select them. I'm targeting 2 pawns here just for fun. I'll take this one. I got an extra rug, so don't have to sweat too hard anymore. And so you select those and move them, and you select those and move them. Of course, you're like, this game is so hard to play. I'm never making Zerglings again. And then you play against somebody who's got 30 Zerglings, and they whomp you, and you're like, how do they even do that? It turns out, if you use the keyboard, you can put 12 on one number, and 12 on another number, and 12 on another number, and then you go 1A click, 2A click, 3A click, 4A click, 5A click, and the whole army moves, and it's like you're playing the piano. But that's what's so awesome about it. It's like learning to play StarCraft is like learning to play a musical instrument. Oh, a free night. It is so difficult, and that's what makes the game so good. So Smash Brothers Melee and StarCraft, if you want to play a game that's hard to play and awesome because of it, I'll just give up the bishop. You should definitely check out those two games because they're both really old now. Because now they don't make games that are hard to play. It's not profitable. If you think about it, people make games to make money, and nobody wants to do anything hard anymore in this world. So that's why the old days were better, because everything was really hard to do. I'm not kidding. But this checkmate is really hard to do. His pawn will take me. Let's do this in this. Good game, Angus. Good game. You got to watch your pawn structure, man. It was great to play those 2 games, but you got like 9 pawn islands in 2 games. That's too many pawn islands. Let's see. We got Noah Barker. We got Lura Rose. We got Smickles. And we got the anonymous one. I'm going to play with Noah Barker because he was the first challenger. And also, look at this chess position. He's kind of crazy. It says you have the black pieces. It's probably true then. Okay. So in this game, the goal is, let's see, should I copy him? The goal of this game is to move your king to the opposite side of the board. One of these 8 squares is a winning square for your king. But there's one extra rule. That rule is, well, there is the setup, which is super weird, right? The other rule is you cannot check the opponent. It's illegal to check the opponent. If you check the opponent, that's not allowed. It's kind of like saying you cannot move your queen like a drunken knight. That's the rule. What happens if you do it? It doesn't happen, right? So that's what happens if you check the opponent. It doesn't happen, and that makes for a very weird game because you get your king in a super dangerous position. Oh no, he's going to checkmate me. Never mind. It doesn't happen. You can't get checkmated. So this is a very strange variant. Watch this, for example. Watch this move. Look at this. So I've not been very well designed. Whoever designed me put one tube for the water and the air. The same tube. What kind of design is that? So it's like, okay, so if I'm eating mozzarella cheese through my air hole and it's in a stick shape, man, I'm not going to last too long. So I can't capture this because it would be check, which is, see, you can't do it. Let's use the bishop. So this is actually cool. This is what I wanted to say. See this non-check? He cannot move his knight. It's illegal to move his knight because that would check me. So this is a very weird variant for sure. And for certain. For sure and certain. I love that phrase. What did he take? Did he just move there? He took my knight. Okay, I don't care. Who needs knights? They're slow. It's actually true that knights are slow. In this variant, knights aren't very good because they are slow. It takes them a couple of moves to get across the board. And since you're constantly moving far away, let's go here. Let's do that. The knights really are bad. In fact, he would rather just not even have this knight. He can't move it. Oh, my evil cackle is growing on me. Got some commenters in the chat. One person says, I hate racing kings. Well, then you shouldn't race kings. Another person says, third person says, oh man. I should probably let you know I'm making a change to my streaming schedule. This variant is called Racing Kings. Another person says this is the least played variant on chess, and he's true. He's a true person because it's correct. His statement is correct. Nobody plays this variant because it's weird. But oh, I can't take his queen because it would be check. But look how far ahead I am. I'm 3 moves away and he's 6, so I think I can just win by moving the best. Also known as WBMTB. I can come around behind like this and win in 3 moves. Let's see if Noah can beat me. He has to block me with his queen. uh, I'll do that. I think I can just squeeze in here and win. Oh, let's do this. Oh, what was I thinking? I probably should have just taken his queen for free. Not my greatest moment. But now I'll take his queen for free. Took me 2 chances, but I did it. Mouse slip. Oh, mouse slip. Let's add him some time and give him some takebacks. Say, what did you want to do? I'm an extremely naive person who believes people who tell them things. So I'm like, oh, that was a mouse slip? Yeah. Oh, he's running me out of time. That's not very nice. Guess I'll just win this game. Our next game is going to be chess. So for those of you who are like, well, what in the world? Lucky for you, no more of this world. Ding ding, I'm a winner. That was weird. Okay, let's play against the next one. Lura Rose. Lura Rose. Is this a female? This would be amazing if it were a female. Hello and good luck. You want to know why that's amazing? Because I looked at my stats. I've got a chess channel on YouTube, and YouTube shows you how many of your viewers are female. It should say how many of your viewer, because not a lot of people watch, but whatever. You want to know the stats. It's not good for procreation of ChessWhiz. Not a great outlook. Let's see, we're playing chess again. That's interesting. 97% male. 97%. Okay, that's great. In one episode, I said, hey, there's no females watching the show. And then I got a comment. It's like, I'm a female. And it wasn't. It was a lying man. So it turns out it's 97% male and 3% liars is probably the actual statistic. But seriously, not so many women watching the show. So I'm excited about Lua Rose because Rose is kind of like a female name. So let's ask, are you a girl? Are you a girl? Probably not. 97% chance, no. Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, this is my big moment. Oh! I'm just kidding. I already procreated. It's easy. You don't even have to get a license. I have another YouTube show called Chronos Crypto. You can look it up, and you can also look up 1 Minute Crypto. It's a series I just launched. And same thing there, because it's about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And you bet there's like 0 females watching about cryptocurrencies. There's like, well, 3%, I guess. It's very, very, very rare to have that, but that's true. Speaking of which, I just launched this new series like yesterday or a week ago if you're watching on YouTube, because you have to be a Patreon supporter to see these these videos as soon as they come out. And it's called 1 Minute Crypto. You can look it up. And it's 1 minute videos, super, super fast videos. And 1 minute is really not much time. I mean, I showed the first video to someone and he was like, and then when it was over, he said, was that 1 minute? It felt like not 1 minute. I'm not sure if he meant it felt a lot longer or a lot shorter, but it didn't feel like one, whatever it was. And multiple of these a week. So very high paced show, fast paced, high paced, whatever sounds better to you is what I just said. How's this position going? I think I kind of like it. I kind of like this diagonal, the extra leverage I'm getting here. I kind of like all these things. This is nice. If I can give him this backward pawn, take, and then I'm even ahead on time, which is super rare. He might take with bishop. That'd be interesting. Huh. This could be problematic, actually. Think about my problems. I have them. I have problems. Huh. So because I'm working on this new show that just came out, I'm changing my broadcast schedule as of now. Huh. I've used all my time in this one position. This is a problem. Let's do that and get 4 more seconds. What do I do? Because he's going to play like this. The bishop comes back here, but then there's also this threat. I think I better not lose to this man who says he's a girl. That's the worst kind of loss. So what if I just dive in right now and ignore my problems? It's a very, very common strategy that people use is notice problems and then ignore them. That's what I'm doing right now. Lura Rose is out of time. It must have been a girl after all. Wow. That was lucky for me. Let's see what the computer has to say. Now, I realize that this is going to make the video very choppy, but I don't care because I can see the analysis, and the analysis says black winning by 0.4. You can't even see it on the screen because it's chopped off up there, but I won that game by 0.4 pawns according to that position. Now, we've got some more challengers here, so I'm going to take one of them. I've got S. Michaels, Angus, S. Fun, and the anonymous one. The anonymous one wants to play casual, which I'm not interested in. So I'm going in S Fun right here, and let's play the next game. And we also have S Michaels. Now I don't want you to miss out because the show's ending pretty soon. So let's duplicate this tab, stay on this tab, duplicate this tab, new tab, browser tab, and let's join this game. Let's play 2 games at once because they're friendlies. They're friendlies after all. So that's completely normal. Let's play some of this. Oh, I got white in both games. That's perfect. Okay, so we're playing 2 chess games at once. That's completely normal for ChessWhiz. I do really normal things all the time. That's why they call me ChessWhiz. I love me some King's Gambit. Let's mess up these pawns. It seems to be the theme today. Let's mess up the enemy pawns. So over here, we've got a King's Gambit going. If you're confused, that's all right. You don't have to pay attention to enjoy chess. This is actually a great position for me. If he wanted to capture this, he should have put his bishop here and not allowed. He should have done a different. But what I meant to say was, so whatever. But this is good for me. This is going to be a fun attack for me. And one thing I've learned, and this is something I learned recently, is don't play b3 because this bishop becomes a monster. Instead, just play rook b1. That's what I learned from my recent game in like 5-6 episodes ago. I played a 15-minute. It's called Game in 15. Is the name of that episode, and that's what I learned there. So here comes the queen to checkmate you. Hope you like to be checkmated. This move? Or just this move? This is pretty good for me. This is like fish oil. Because look at this. Attack here. I'm going to castle and attacks here. And then I also have the biggest center of all the players in this game right now. That's a lot of center. I'm not a big fan of this. This isn't cool. You know why not? Why isn't it cool? Because I'm not a big fan. You got to think about that for a while. It's my best pun today. So just get over it. Castle. I've got some attacks here. See what happens. Oh, okay. I don't want to trade queens. This is definitely interesting. 30 seconds there, 32 seconds here. This is hard to keep track of. I'll play c3 because that's going to create some hardness on that diagonal, which I love hardness. I just love hardness, so that's going to work out really well. See, play that move, get that resolved there. The bishop, very critical bishop to not allow knight e3, and then I'm going to play g4 here. Kick that knight away. Okay, kick the knight away. This is confusing, but here comes a crazy attack. So now I've got 3 attackers on f7. So that's going to be pretty overwhelmingly awesome. He's preparing something, but meanwhile, I'm doing something over here. Time's a little low. I think I can play this, and then I'm stuck in a pin. He plays back. Can I play f4, f5? f4, f5 is what I meant. Let's do it. I don't know how bad it's going to get because I'm low on time. Whoa, did not expect someone to trade his rook for a bishop. That's great for me. Now my attack is really becoming awesome. Let's see what's happening here. Capture, capture. Oh, I didn't see the knight would take back. I feel dumb. Let's play this right now. Then I can put off my problems. I'm going to bring out the rest of my pieces. My time's running low, and so this is bad. I hate this. With my hate mobile. I'm ahead, so I should just trade some things. I shouldn't run out of time over there. Rook b1! It's not the right time. Blunder some things and then play rook b1. It's not in the plans. I'm just winning over there, so I just need to play quickly and well and quickly, and I'll be fine. Over here, though, I just blundered with f5, so I have some problems. Let's count this. I'm at the exchange and a pawn. I'll trade my bishop for that knight, even though it's an awful knight, because I'm winning, which I enjoy. I enjoy winning. I think I can take this knight for free. Yes! Yes! I'm winning again. 2 seconds. I need more time. I think he added time. Oh, so friendly of him. Let's play it back here. Let's play up here. Oh, my knight! Not the smartest. No, no. That's like the last thing I would ever want to do is blunder a knight. It's on my list of things to do, but it's the last thing. I did it too early. Oh, let's mess up my center. Not a smart move. I'm not in the mood for playing smartly right now. Move this around a bunch. I'm building up an intense attack. You know what that means. I'm going to attack his circus. Oh, Smichaels is out of time. That's good because I was winning there anyway. Oh, a rook took my queen. Did not expect. This is what happens when you play 2 games at once. This is what happens. You make some bad moves and you run out of time on both boards. Don't do that. Just take my word for it. It's not smart. So over here, what are we looking at exactly? We've got a bishop that's taking my knight for free. Okay. I've got 2 rooks against. Now I don't have that, so let's slow it down a moment here. I've got an enemy rook against my rook, but there's an enemy bishop against my bad pawns. My plan is to come over here. Yeah, 2 games at once. Maybe it was a mistake. Now I've got some counterplay. I got a pawn here. Oh, no, I'm losing that pawn. I was really fond of it. I guess I'll go there. They both lose, so it's very difficult to choose. There's this paradox where when you have 2 options and either one is just as good as the other, you still can't choose. I'll go here. Hopefully he gets confused and takes my rook. No, he didn't get confused and take my rook. Now I should probably resign. In fact, I will. That's going to save everybody a bunch of time. When you have 2 options and you shouldn't take either, or you should take both or whatever, the anonymous one is our final game. We're going to blitz it out. Go, 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 colon D, which is a smiley face. Trust me. You should just take one, but sometimes people get locked into thinking about which one to take. This is true in many areas of life. I try to say things that are true in many areas of life because let's admit it, chess doesn't matter. And so if I can say something that matters in a different area that matters more, hey, then it's a good thing you watch the show. I don't know what's happening. Oh, this is anti-chess. Oh, this is anti-chess. Lose all your pieces to win. Let's just play chess for a few moves and then see how we're doing. So this is a must-capture game. It turns out this is not chess. It's a variant where if you can capture something, you must capture it. Like this. I have to play that move. And amazingly, I'm not dead yet. Let's play here. He's going to have to capture this, and I'm going to have to capture back, and then I'll be working on that square. I will play that. Should I move my knight here, or my bishop here, or neither? I think I should move one, because I don't want him to push capture and the rook comes out. So let's see, which one do I use? If I use the bishop, my knight ends here. That's reasonable. If I use the knight, my bishop ends here, which is kind of risky, but seems safe. I'm going to use the bishop because it's kind of risky to have the bishop left over afterward. I mean, if I'm attacking this, he could do anything weird like this move, and then I have to take, and then he could follow up with this move. Things get weird, and that's not something I want to calculate right now. I don't feel like doing that. Oh, this is so good for me right now. Oh yeah, because I can pull his pawn in, and if he pushes, then I can just pull his pawn in this way. This is going to be great. Ho ho! What's he doing? He's going to take this. Makes no difference to me. Oh, I have a message from Himanshu. Who's that? Crazy Himanshu is messaging me again. I'll just play this, I guess. Oh. I'll use my king. I'll capture with the king because I can. That's great. Himanshu sent me a message, and also Twitch. Oh, hi Twitch. Thanks for following. Yes, that's fantastic. It's amazing that anyone follows on Twitch because the resolution on Twitch is so blurry. It's basically one large pixel for the chessboard, and you just have to guess where the pieces are. So apologies for that. But that's the way that works. I think I can push here, stop the pawn, and then later allow it past. Yeah. Seems good. So there's a new broadcast schedule. For a long, long time, I've been broadcasting Tuesdays and Saturdays at a time that changes with daylight savings. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to lose my king. It's a useful piece in anti-chess. Oh no, I didn't even think of that, which is kind of silly of me. But now he's entrapped by this, and I win. Look at that discovery. I think I can win this now. Lose the rook, lose the. Let's see if I can lose this. Okay, so lose the rook, take. Then I move my king, so he takes this. Then I can lose this easily. Yeah, he's unhappy about that. This is a euphemism for poop. Here, and he takes, and I can go here, or I could even run this way. No, I want to get him in onto this pawn is the thing. Oh, I think I see it. I'll send him like this. Here, 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 here. Meanwhile, I'll punch this up in this way. So here, rook takes, here takes, here takes. Then he's got 2 more captures to go. Here takes 1, here takes a second, and here. Okay, this is going to win. Start with a rook. Maybe he'll just resign. So the new schedule is Sundays instead of Saturdays at the same time, 3 p.m. GMT right now, and when daylight savings hits, it's going to become 4 p.m. GMT because I'm in the United States. After that, that's all. Just 1 episode a week, and I'm really sorry to be reducing to 1 episode a week. And for those of you guys who've been watching for a long time, that's 50% less, so you can do the math there. I'll do that for you. 1 episode per week is a lot less, but I am launching a new show called 1 Minute Crypto, and it's having more than 1 episode a week. So actually my total broadcast time, total YouTube time is increasing significantly. So I'm becoming a more busy person. So I'll put a link in the video description. I'll put a link in the chat to that so that you guys can go take a look at that because you might like it more than ChessWhiz TV. It's definitely going to save you time because it's just 1 minute long. It's called 1 Minute Crypto. So that was our last game, the anonymous one. That was anti-chess. That was weird. That was awesome. That was ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.